Hello everyone and welcome to Piofiore Faded Memories, the second episode of Dante's Arc. I'm WittyMichi and I will be your guide today. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. We've so far met Dante. Now we're just kind of going through and seeing where the story takes us. Taking a shortcut to the store, I passed in front of the casino area. At night, this place was lively and bright, but it was so empty in broad daylight. Bologna is known for its beautiful beach and casino, both of which bring tourists to the area. As long as they don't step out of the Arca district, it's generally safe for them too. The casino, the church, and the police station were all in this district. I walked through the streets with the warm afternoon sun on my shoulders. As Arca was home to the police station, the district court, the hospital, and other such facilities, its citizens felt at ease. Now then, I held up the purchases I just made and began to ponder over their contents. With the flour and lemons, I could whip up a torta al limon. I prefer using tart lemon cream with a sprinkle of herbs, but cream doesn't last very long, so it's not the best option. If the sweets are going to be provisioned, then perhaps baked sweets would work better. As I thought about what to make, I came across a couple of young girls talking.
ねえ、見て、あそこ。うわあ、あの人かっこいい。
I turned my head toward the bar across the street. Immediately, my eyes focused on a man seemingly under a spotlight. I've seen him before. He comes to mass with Signor Falzone every so often. I don't know his name, but he must be a member of the Falzone family. Huh? Is he looking at me? I felt like I was going through the same events as this morning. As my mind drifted off in thought, he winked as if he were playing with me. What? What is he, some kind of womanizer? My instincts told me that this way of behaving must come so naturally to him. But not knowing how to handle it made it difficult for me to hide my scarlet cheeks. Ah! The lemons in my bag fell out and rolled around my feet. I'm sorry, I must have been daydreaming.
Kiyotsukero.
ちょっと待てロピー。今のはお前からぶつかっただろう。この子は悪かねえよ。謝れ。
繰り返しますが、俺はロベルトです。変な愛称で呼ばないでください。
お前な。
I'm fine, thank you, Marco. I tugged on Marco's sleeve and smiled. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm so sorry, Roberto.
いい子だな、本当に。感謝しろよ、ロピー。
Marco and Roberto worked as detectives in Bologna. Marco was born here, I heard that he used to help the church out every time there was trouble. Roberto was recently assigned here. He still seemed tense, possibly because he wasn't yet accustomed to the environment. And...
なんだ
Oh, nothing. He didn't seem to like me. That's been the case ever since the day we met. I hurriedly looked away from him and bent down to pick up the lemons. It was then that I noticed a well-polished leather shoe appear in my eyeline.
はい、どうぞ。
The person at the bar was standing in front of me. He gently wiped away the dirt on the lemons with his fingertips and handed them to me. Grazie, signore.
Nicola Francesca!
His loud voice stopped passerby, making them turn their heads. But the moment they saw who was involved, they continued on their way.
マフィアの分際でよくもこの通りに顔を出せたものだな。
僕がどこで何をしていようと君には関係ないと思うけど。
舐めているのか？ここは書の目と鼻の先だぞ。
だから僕はそこでコーヒーを飲んでいただけ。それだけで僕を捕まえる理由になるとでも？あのバールのエスプレッソは絶品でね。たまにどうしても立ち寄りたくなるんだ。
Marco looked around a bit, then mumbled something to Roberto.
それくらいにしとけ、ロッビー。
マルコ。
いつも言ってんだろ。そろそろこの町のルールを覚えたらどうだ。お前はブルローネの警察なんだぞ。他のどこでもないこの町の。
ええ、分かっていますとも。このブルローネはマフィアの支配を公然と受け入れている。
Roberto raised his voice even louder.
彼らに正義などないと知りながら市民の誰もが奴隷のように従属している。こんな状況認められるものか。治外法権。犯罪者は正義の名のもとに等しく罰せられるべきだ。
随分と正義感の強い刑事さんだね。
笑っていられるのも今のうちだ。現政権はマフィア排斥に力を入れている。いつまでも思い通りになると思うな。
お前な、分かってんのか？相手がニコラだから笑って流してくれてんだぞ。そうじゃなけりゃお前は明日にでもアドリア海の魚の餌になってるだろうよ。もし相手がファルツオーネのカポやらラオウ州の連中だった日にゃ。
聞き飽きましたよ、そんな話。俺は仕事に戻ります。
おいロッピー。
マルコも大変だね。
すまねえなニコラ。これでも耳にタコができるくらい言って聞かせちゃいるんだ。この町はパルツオーネの恩恵を受けてでかくなったんだって。よそで生まれ育ったあいつにゃちっとばかし理解が及ばんのかもな。じゃあ俺もそろそろ署に戻る。何か困ったことがあればいつでも相談に乗るからな。まああるかでもめ事なんぞそうそう怒らねえだろうが。
Marco glanced toward Nicola and snickered quietly. The mafia families in Arca all honored an unwritten rule to not interfere with one another.
いざって時は遠慮すんなよ。
Yes, thank you, Marco.
お前とも長い付き合いだからな。それに女子供には優しくするのが俺の流儀さ。
Marco turned back and waved a hand. I saw him off with a smile.
それにしてもたくさん買ったね。
Oh! Nicola lifted the bag I was holding right from my arms.
教会まで送るよ。
No. Thank you, but I can carry it myself.
いいよ、遠慮しないで。
He doesn't know what he's putting me through, does he? What I mean is, I couldn't let a member of the Falzone family carry something for me.
まあそうか。僕たちマフィアは怖がられて当然の存在だしね。けど僕もイタリア男の端くれだ。素敵な女の子が大荷物を抱えていたら助けないわけにはいかないよ。
It isn't that heavy. Hey, wait! The young man was already walking ahead of me, so I hurried after him. I think here should be fine. Thank you for your generosity, signore. It has been a great help to me.
役に立てたならよかった。君のその笑顔が何よりの報酬だよ。じゃあ気をつけてね。
Huh? What does he mean by that? I guess he means for me to watch my step next time. Still, I felt something odd about his words as he silently walked away. Hmm.
さっきまで外に出ていたんだけど、警察署の前の通りであの子に会ったよ。
そうか。
あれ、ダンテ興味ないの？
何も変わりはなかったんだろう。だったら俺が気にすることはない。
まあそうか。何もなかったといえばなかったかな。ちょっと刑事に絡まれていたくらいで。
なんだって？
ちょっとだよ、ちょっと。ダンテが気にするようなことじゃない。
だが
教会から明日はストラノ地区で定例の炊き出しを行う連絡が来ているよ。彼女も参加するだろうけど、それも心配？ダンテもこっそり様子を見に行ってみる？
俺はファルツォーネのカポなんだ。そんな真似はしない。
そうだね。
だがストラノは治安が悪い。万一に備えて何人か護衛をつけておけ。目立たないようにな。
やっぱり心配なんだ。
違う。俺はカポとして合理的な判断を下しているだけだ。
合理的ね。あの子はファルツォーネにとってとても重要な人物だけど、彼女はその存在だけでダンテを使命に縛り付けてしまう。あまり近づけたくはないな。僕はダンテを使命という重責から解放してあげないといけないから。
It's almost time for dinner, so I'd better help Elena. I felt uneasy, but I forced myself to focus and headed inside with the groceries in hand. It's almost time for me to close the doors to the church. Nightfall had come and I made my way down the aisle as usual. The doors to the church were open during the day for parishioners to visit. As I was about to lock the bolt on the door, I sensed someone passing by. Did someone go into the backyard? Maybe I'm just seeing things. I should hurry back. I locked the doors and headed to the other end of the monastery. It's so dark outside. I returned to my room and began to get dressed for bed. It was then that I looked into the mirror and caught my reflection. I saw the birthmark on my chest. I thought it would go away as I grew older, but it's still here. I felt a sadness come over me, but I shook it off and continued changing. I knelt next to my bed and clasped my hands together to say my prayers. What should I pray for? I thank you, God in heaven, for watching over us today. A prayer of thanks for the day. It was a blessing in itself that I was actually alive here now. If I had simply roamed the streets as an orphan, who knows what would have happened? The church raised me to be the person I am today. Dear God, please grant me the strength to help others one day. Good night. I wrapped myself in my soft blanket and soon drifted off to sleep.
ヤン、おかえりなさい。
黙れ、頭に響く。
だってヤンが帰ってきて嬉しいんだもん。
黙れ。
ひどい。
ガキはもう寝ろ。くだらんおしゃべりに付き合う気はない。
じゃあ報告はどうしたらいい？明日の朝にする？例のブツについて調べてみたよ。ヤンの読み通りあちこちに広がってるね。
そうそう、ベレーノとストラノが中心だけど、それ以外にもゆっくり浸透してる感じよ。
では噂になるのも早いか。
多分ね。で、どうするのヤン？
放っておけ。今はまだ無視しろ。面白くなる頃合いまで泳がせて、それから決める。
ヤンらしいね。
風向きが変わろうとしている。
There were 3 organizations, each vying for a place, so there was no real balance of power.
崩すのはたやすい。何より積み上げるより手間がない。ファルツォーネとビスコンティは独自と分かっていても食らう以外の選択肢がない。ようやく楽しい遊びが始まる。しかし何かと面倒な男だな、あの芸家は。まったく夢にも思わなかった。俺のような犯罪者風情が神聖な峡谷に足を踏み入れる日が来ようとは。海沿いの田舎町からわざわざこの地にご招待いただけて光栄の至りです、芸家。ところで尊いお方は下々の時間などいくら浪費しても減らないとお考えか？
謝礼は払う。そう約束したはずだ。
気遣いに感謝を。
忘れているのではないだろうな。我々は互いに協力関係にあるのだと。
めっそうもない。芸家には多くのご友人を紹介していただいた。俺たちが支払う対価にふさわしいだけの知恵も授けてくれている。だから清い方々にはさせられない汚れ仕事をラオシュウが請け負う。そういう約束だ。
分かっているならそれでいい。ファルツォーネは神への敬意を忘れ、峡谷の敬意をないがしろにしすぎた。あんな無法者どもにブルローネの管理を任せておくわけにはいかない。早急にあの町を我ら峡谷の手に取り戻せ。神もまたその未来をお望みだ。
ご随意に、芸家。俺たちも 以前からファルツォーネのぬるさには違和感を覚えていたからな。俺たちは所詮よそ者だ。その土地の正しさに合わせて生き延びていくのがネズミの流儀。芸家が正しいこの国のやり方を教えてくれるならありがたい話だ。ああ、それと使い勝手の良い駒をお借りしていることにも改めて感謝を。
私からの心ばかりの援助、信頼の証と思って好きに使ってくれ。あれはすべきことをよく心得ている。私が預かる使徒の中でも最たる出来だ。分不相応なもの、例えば従うべき相手を見誤った者の寝首をかくのもうまい。
おう、それは怖い。芸家の情報と人脈は金につながる。せいぜい利用させてもらうとしよう。予定より愉快な駒が出揃った。おかげでしばらくは楽しめそうだ。
That was a good night's sleep. I woke up stretching a bit as I got out of bed. As usual, I opened the window and breathed in deeply. After changing my clothes, I headed to the refectory. I finished my morning meal quickly so I could get to the church early. I need to finish my work without getting in the way of everyone's prayers. Inside the church, in sections along the walls, were rows of votive candles. Visitors came in with devotions in mind or offered prayers on behalf of others. Donations were given in exchange for lighting these candles. The money was used to replenish them, and collecting these donations was part of my job.
ねえねえお姉ちゃん、うわ
おっと。
Jean bumped into a visitor as he ran to greet me. I'm so sorry, Signore. He's a member of the Falzone family. His cold appearance instantly sobered me, but then he began to laugh.
いや、気にしないでくれ。子供が元気なのはいいことだ。
I'm still very sorry about that. Thank you very much, Signore. Jean, please apologize.
はーい。ごめん。
ああ、今度から気をつけろよ。
The man nodded once, then walked away. Jean, let's play outside, okay? Phew. I led Jean out of church and took in a deep breath of fresh air.
ねえお姉ちゃん、さっきのおじさん、いい人だったね。
You had me scared there, Jean. Yeah. But you're right. He is a nice person. Mafia or not, they are our neighbors. We all share the same faith in God. Thank goodness he was a member of the Falzone. The Falzone and Visconti families wouldn't get very upset over the things children did. But if it were someone from the Lao Shu, then again, I doubt the Lao Shu would ever come to the church. You know, Jean, people come to church to pray. You shouldn't run around like that. Just as the Senora said, be careful next time, okay?
はーい。ごめんなさい、お姉ちゃん。
So, why were you at church? Were you looking for me?
エレナお姉ちゃんが探してたんだよ。炊き出しの準備の相談があるって。
Really? Thank you for letting me know, Jean. Elena's in the kitchen, right? I'll go there after I'm done with my duties.
わかった伝えておくね
Hey, you're running again. I sighed, but couldn't help but smile as I watched Jean running to the monastery. As I turned around to go back inside the church, I bumped right into a young man who was hurrying through the doorway. I'm sorry. His hood shifted a bit to reveal his pale hair and beautiful eyes. Huh? His eyes are different colors.
怪我はない。
Yes, thank you for catching me.
今のは俺のせいだから。
No, I should have been more careful when I turned around. This is so embarrassing. To think that I was just reprimanding Jean earlier for the same thing. In any case, thank you very much.
ならよかった。自力で立てますか？
Yes. He waited for me to regain my balance, then gradually loosened his hold. He then drew the hood deep over his face as if to hide his eyes. After a respectful bow, he turned around and walked away. Oh, wait!
Hmm?
For some reason I was trying to stop him. Well, I couldn't seem to get words to come out, but I tried hard to force myself to speak. I, see you here often? It's unusual seeing someone as young as you here, so you stood out? Huh?
目立つ俺が？
Why, yes. Most of those who come here are the elderly, so you sort of stood out in my memory. He looks troubled. He found his way around me and spoke softly as if mumbling to himself.
帰ります。
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you.
じゃあまた。
I forgot to ask his name. Maybe I can ask him next time. It's not often that I get to have a conversation with someone around my age. He quickly walked away as I wondered when we might meet again. By afternoon, the sisters departed the church with supplies in tow to prepare for the provisioning. Elena and I followed the sisters with even more in hand. Elena, are you alright? You don't look so good.
そう私いつもと違う
You just seem a bit under the weather.
すごいわねうまく隠しているつもりだったんだけど昔からあなたって私のことなら何でもお見通しなのよね
Well, we were raised together after all.
そうよね私たちは家族だものあでも具合が悪いわけじゃないのよただ少し緊張しているだけなの
Elena? She forced a smile. I'll be brave. I'm with you, Elena. It's scary being out in Strano.
ええ何度言っても慣れなくて心配させてごめんなさい
Well, don't try to force yourself, okay?
もう大丈夫怖いって思っているのが私だけじゃなくてほっとしちゃったそれに行くのはみんな一緒だものね
Yes, we are. We looked at each other and grinned. We were going to a store in Creta to pick up some supplies before heading into Strano. As we walked through the busy streets, Elena suddenly pointed her finger.
ねえ、あれって。
She was pointing to Gilbert Redford? With a smirk on his face, he sauntered boldly down the street. He was likely just as famous in Berlone as Dante Falzone.
あらまあ、ギル。今日もわざわざ来てくれたのかい？
みんなの顔を見ねえことには一日が始まらねえからな。中でもニーナの笑顔は最高だ。今日も町の男たちを骨抜きにしてんだろ。
お上手だね、ギルは。あんたみたいな色男に言われちゃ悪い気はしないよ。
ようギル、寄ってかないか？上等のアマレットが手に入ったんだ。
アマレット、いいじゃねえかアントニオ。
あんた、昼間っからギルを飲みに誘うのかい？ギルはあんたと違って忙しいんだよ。なんたってビスコンティのボスなんだから。
まったくだ。
A man standing next to Gilbert intervened with a stern voice.
ギルバート、まさか忘れてはいないと思うが、今日はすべきことが山積みだ。寄り道をする余裕はない。
だそうだ。また誘ってくれよ。次は必ず開けておくぜ。
そうかい？楽しみにしてるよ。
He's really approachable. It was hard to imagine who he really was from simply observing his usual demeanor. No wonder everyone likes him. He had power, but he didn't abuse it. He was also very handsome. He turned to us.
よーシスター。
こんにちは、シニョーレ・レッドボード。
His smile was full of goodwill. No one could ever guess he was the boss of a criminal organization.
これから炊き出しか？いつもご苦労だな。
これも私たち神に仕える者の大切な行いですわ。誠心誠意努めてまいります。
気をつけてな。俺も用を済ませたら顔を出す。
お気遣いに感謝します。
Elena mumbled to me after watching them leave.
ちょっとびっくりしたわね。街中でばったりマフィアの人に会うと、やっぱりドキドキしちゃうわ。
I know how you feel. But for some reason I didn't feel frightened seeing him. Senor Redford is a very pious person, regardless of his stature. He always came to church every Friday evening. I suppose that's his way of trying to avoid running into Dante Falzone. There was only one church in this town. Even if they were on different sides, the God they believed in was the same. Which is why they would naturally go to the same location. Alright, guys. Woo! That was a lot. So, tell me what you think. Go ahead, comment below. How excited are you to be going through Dante's arc? What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think we're going to tango with a little bit? Is there going to be a lot of Yang? Is there going to be a lot of Gilbert? Is there going to be a lot of Roberto? Let me know what you think. I would love to get your opinion. I would love to talk with you about this episode. So do that comment. Hit that big old red subscribe button. Give that thumbs up if you liked what you saw. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye-bye.